Jim the Critic Voight has been a mainstay on Charleston radio for over 20 years. In this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I speak exclusively with him one-on-one. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores.
Well, Jim the Critic Voight.
Yes, come on.
It's so good to meet you.
You too. You are one of the hardest working men in Charleston show business. I appreciate the work ethic. You work much harder than me. How many interviews a week?
12.
God in Himmel.
Yeah.
Way more work than me, so I respect that.
Oh, thank you greatly. But it's all about you.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You're the legend around here.
Or a reasonable facsimile. A legend in my own mind, perhaps. But
As long as I've been living on this earth, I've known about you.
wow. I've been on the air 26 years.
Right.
How old are you?
34.
Okay, all right. So I got down here in 1992
Wow.
and have never left, never going back to the cold Northeast. Love it here in Charleston.
And I'm praying to God that the cold doesn't come anytime soon.
Yeah, I know. It was way too cold this year.
Right.
What was with the snow?
Snow, yeah.
I never want to see that again.
Never.
Yeah. That was terrible. And the teens, 3 nights in a row with the teens, I had to turn the heat on. I'm a chiseler. I hate turning the heat on.
Me too.
Oh. All right, but we digress.
No, it's all good for you. But 22 years.
26.
26, wow.
26 years on the air now.
What is it like to be Jim the Critic Voight?
Most of the time, it is good. I cannot complain. Every day is a holiday, as I like to say. So, I was a failed musician back in New York growing up, but learned how to do everything in the music business. Worked in kind of like recording studios, so learned some of the production techniques, and then also to get into shows for free in New York City and to get free records, I started writing music reviews, and hence, that's where the critic part comes in long ago, but I actually did everything I could in the music business and then kind of stumbled into radio totally accidentally, but it's been a good gig. I get a paycheck every week, unlike being a musician, so I know, yes, exactly. So that was the one good thing, and I cannot complain about.
26 years.
Yes.
And you were talking to me just a few minutes ago about being, for lack of a better word, technically challenged.
Absolutely, but learning every day. You know, I'm trying to learn everything here. So, and once I get it though, although I still need to write down all the directions, once I get it, then I take it to the next level. But I'm trying. I like everything you're doing.
Oh,
Totally DIY, totally do it yourself.
Yeah.
And that is the beauty of the modern technology. You can do everything by yourself. And this way, you have no one to blame but yourself, or take the credit to it as well.
That's
So, yeah.
true. But these days, when you think of radio, there's so many platforms.
Yes.
I have the iHeartRadio podcast. You have streaming videos, podcasts, playlists. What is your secret to dealing with this?
I still think local radio is the most bang for your buck, theoretically, figuratively, and literally, if you're an advertiser out there, 1055thebridge.com. But it's the best way to connect with people instantly, best way to turn people on to local music, to national music. You just turn on the radio wherever you go. You still got it in your car. I even got the Bridge app on the phone. I was in Minneapolis a couple of weeks ago, listening to my Sunday morning show, The Critic's Choice, every Sunday, 9 a.m. to noon, and I'm like, this is amazing. I'm like 800 miles away, but can hear the station clear. So I still think radio, I know I'm biased, I've been in the industry for 26 years, but I still think you get the most bang for your buck, and it is still the most spontaneous and instantaneous way to reach people.
The 105.5 The Bridge.
Yes.
How did Jim the Voight meet the 105.5 The Bridge?
Well, I used to work on a station called 96 Wave back in the day, the late great 96 Wave, and then when that went away, the guys at the Bridge contacted me, and they're like, you want to come over here? And I'm like, yeah, I need a gig, so yes, please. So I started working on the Bridge in 2008, so it's really been in my 11th year on the Bridge, and that's actually even longer. People don't realize this. I've been on the Bridge longer than my 2 stints on 96 Wave, so 11 years strong, still the best station in town. So yeah, that was it, from Wave to the Bridge, and hopefully be there on the radio for another, I can do this for another 25 years, I think.
Yeah, you can. And like I said before, you're a legend. People respect you in this town. They know you, so they love you tremendously.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words.
Anytime, you're welcome. And speaking of love, I was reading your biography on 105.5 The Bridge, and of course they haven't updated it yet.
Yeah.
So the next bio I went to is Richard Box Schmidt.
Yeah.
Obviously, you work with him at
Yes.
105.5 The Bridge. Walk me through your relationship with him.
I was pals with Box. We really didn't work too much together. He was the morning guy, I was the afternoon guy, but I would come in like on hurricane season special. We'd do some fun shows. We'd hang out out of work too. So very good friend of Box. He was a character, and we had a good relationship. I saw him at the opening of The Godfather on Spruill Avenue, great place, by the way, yes. Had a great time, was laughing with him, so I have a very good last memory of him.
And let me get back to 105.5 The Bridge. Obviously, you have the critics list.
Yes.
If I were to turn on right now, what should I be listening to when it comes to you?
I like Charleston legends Jump Little Children are back. They got a new record coming out on September 14th, the album called Sparrow. Been playing a bunch of new stuff from them, and I will be featuring a Jump Little Children song today on the Labor Day Monday afternoon show. It'll be around 4:15 today, the new song X-Raying Flowers by Jump Little Children. They're also playing at the Charleston Music Hall in October. First album in 13 years.
Hell yeah.
Sounding really good. And excited about the new Jump Little Children. Charleston's own, probably after Hootie and the Blowfish, and now maybe Shovels and Rope. Really the biggest band out of South Carolina in the last 30 years. So then they are back. And be listening to JLC on the Bridge today.
That's true. And let me break down a couple of things. Describe to me the following one word. Your favorite concert experience.
It goes back to my days in New York. The legendary Minneapolis rock and roll band, The Replacements, came to play in New York. Went to see him in a small club. I think it was Heartbeat of Oyster Bay on the North Shore of Long Island. And this was after they had played a legendary set on Saturday Night Live. Totally blew my mind away. Just like four guys out of Minneapolis. They were just like the audience, and they were just like me. No, they weren't a hair band of the 80s. No makeup or anything. Just regular guys you could see in a bar. But the lead singer, Paul Westerberg, actually wrote some of the best songs of all time. So it was like great music, funny act, loud, raucous. The Replacements at the Heartbeat of Oyster Bay, still the best concert I have ever seen in my life.
And where does the Critic hang out these days?
Yesterday I was downtown. You know, funny you mention that. We just had a whirlwind of activity here on the Labor Day weekend. Did the Carolina Children's Charity on Thursday at the Kickin' Chicken in Mount Pleasant. We had the Charleston Music Confab was in town this whole weekend. It's been getting bigger and better than ever. Thank you to all the bands and venues and the people at the Confab. That was great. Then we had the South Carolina Harm Reduction fundraiser at the shelter in Mount Pleasant. Thank you for everyone donating money there. College football kickoff on Saturday at the Kickin' Chicken in West Ashley. And yesterday I did a little downtown, Charleston Beer Works, all my friends at the CBW and John King downtown. And then went to the River Dogs game, the second to the last game of the year. And so today I think it's more River Dogs for Labor Day Monday and their last day. So always acted like you just gotta keep on living. You gotta keep promoting the local businesses, the local charities, the local artists, and just get out there and have fun every day. Every day is a holiday.
That's right. And you know, as you know, they're trying to raise a record right now with the River Dogs.
Yes, yes indeed.
That's gonna be fun.
Well, you know what? I was gonna save this to the end.
Oh.
I do have 2 tickets for you for today's River Dogs game.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate
Yes,
this.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh, I have more stuff for you. We're wrapping up.
Okay.
That's why I am the most prepared man in radio. I come with gifts.
That's right. You're the best, man.
But River Dogs today, yes, they just beat 5,000 at the gate today, and will set an all-time record. They went over 300,000 yesterday, only the second time. They did it last year. And today's game at 2 o'clock is with our sister station, 98 Rock. $1 hot dogs, $1 beers, and you can bring your pups to the last game of the year. It is a dog day with 98 Rock today at the River Dogs, and let's set that attendance record.
That's right. And Dave Eccles will be happy with that.
He was very happy. I saw Dave yesterday, so he's like, we only need 5,000 more. I let him know on the air today. So, yeah.
And you talk about kicking chicken, man. I
Yes.
love this sweet potato fries.
Ooh, love the KC with the 6th location coming on Dorchester Road in Somerville any day now. Oh yeah, the Kickin' Chicken Empire has been around since 1997.
Right.
Yeah. Kickin' Chicken! That is an influence of one of my former co-workers, Storm Zabel. I have to give Storm credit. He was the guy who did the Kickin' Chicken back in the 96 Wave days. And so, yes, it still lives with the great Storm Zabel.
And you know, Rob was doing some cleaning in his house the other day, and he
Yeah.
found one of the
I saw that, the 96 Wave bumper sticker, the Wizard of Weather,
Yeah,
Rob Fowler,
Rob
been on the
Fowler.
air over 30 years. Rob used to be on with us in the mornings at 96 Wave with Richard Todd, Adam Taylor, and the Critic. Richard Todd is still in town. I know he took a sabbatical from radio. I know he's working downtown somewhere. I'll always see him, usually see him at the Charleston Marathon. Keep trying to get him to come to spring training in Florida because I'll go every year with our other former partner, Adam Taylor. We'll always go down there. I want to do a TNT and Critic show in Florida. Maybe it'll be happening in 2019. So been trying to get Richard Todd to come and do a Trippin' with the Critic show or a TNT reunion. Hopefully that will happen soon.
And a lot of people don't remember this, but Adam Taylor used to work at sports at Channel 2.
He did, yes, and also worked at the River Dogs too. But Tom Taylor, one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. We are still very good pals. He was in town a couple of weeks ago. We hung out at Charleston Beer Works, but yeah, we always do the spring training shows, and I'm sure we'll bring you that again coming up in March of 2019. Maybe the TNT and the Critic reunion. Maybe we'll get Storm Zabel to come up from Costa Rica. He's living in Costa. We can get everybody on from the Old Wave Morning Show.
Yeah. And I know that obviously you talk a lot about Jump Little Children,
Yeah.
which were hurt. They were actually a hit back in the day.
Yeah.
But what's on your playlist right now?
Let's see, you know what? We just had the Critics' Choice show yesterday morning, every Sunday, 9 a.m. to noon. Get the playlist at 1055thebridge.com. Can I get out in phony radio mode here? But always promoting
Oh,
that.
that's good.
I know. All right. What am I going to play? Like a guy out of England, the James Hunter Six, who have been around for a little bit. They're on Daptone Records out of Brooklyn, New York, which was the label for Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, the late great Sharon Jones. James Hunter Six, Whatever It Takes, is a very good record. You put me on the spot. Let me think. A good band out of Atlanta I've been listening to, Gringo Star, very funny name, and I'll be in Atlanta this week doing the Trippin' with the Critic show. Going to New York City for Yankees Red Sox in a couple of weeks. Amanda Shires, Jason Isbell's wife. She's also in the 400 unit. She has a very good new record out, very talented, like Amanda a lot. And let me throw in another. What else have I been listening to here recently? J.D. McPherson, that's been out a while, but big fan of J.D. McPherson. You know, I'm going to have to check 1055thebridge.com and check my playlist. But there's, you know, the thing is, I always say this about music. Music today, the best thing about it is anybody can do it, and the worst thing about it is anybody can do it. There's so much stuff, there's so many platforms, there's always good stuff. When people say music isn't good anymore, they're just not looking hard enough. You might have to look a little deeper to find it, but there's always great music out. There's always great touring bands out there, so go and support live music. Go to Monster Music and Movies in West Ashley and pick up all your material. And you can always get the Critics' Choice playlist on the website.
There you go. And we talked about it just a few minutes ago, and it leads me to my next question, the future of radio.
Yeah.
What is that vision in your mind of radio?
You know what? I think we're in a good place right now. Everybody is now a national station. With your website, you know, I'm technically doing a national show. Like I said, you just hit the website, get the app, and, you know, everybody streams. So you can listen from wherever you are. I don't think radio is going anywhere. I think it is still the best platform, more so than TV, which I think is a little bit phony. And yet some of these internet stations really don't take off. I mean, like I said, every station on the dial has their own internet presence, so you can listen to them. I don't think it's going away. I think it's stronger than ever. It's the best bang for your buck promotionally. And yeah, we're still playing all the new music, all the local artists. So again, if I could put in another 25 years, I will be the Vin Scully of radio. And I'm going to do it.
You should.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
So no, radio's still going strong. You know, love all the other outlets, but still, I've just like, even, when I'm traveling, I'll just click on the dial, see what's happening locally, see what people are doing, seeing what's happening, and go check out some events. Radio is still king.
King, just like you are.
Oh, again, don't know about that. Some may disagree. Most people will disagree, but I do appreciate the kind words.
Oh, you're welcome anytime. Anytime. And you talked about new music a few seconds ago, and there's a lot of them out there I just can't adapt to,
Yeah.
and I don't want to hear again.
Yeah.
What's that one particular song that you don't want to hear again?
Oh, okay. There's a lot of animosity for Old Crow Medicine Show. What is it? Winding Wheel? Is that the one? I know that is very hated.
Oh.
Wagon Wheel, yeah. By Old Crow Medicine Show, and that's been out for a couple of years, but that's still on the list. Let's see, what else? What else am I sick of? That's the one that pops into mind at first. I know a lot of bars have banned bands from doing that, so that pops into the, It's like, no, can't do that one, we're sick of that.
Oh.
Wagon Wheel, Old Crow Medicine Show, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I were to interview you for Quintin's Close-Ups a year
Yeah.
from now, what would you tell me about you?
Still the most prepared man in radio, still love what I'm doing. Trying to take the Trippin' with the Critic, the road show,
Yes.
as far as I can. That's like you, the Trippin' with the Critic's pretty much DIY, it's all on me. So looking for sponsors for Trippin' with the Critic.
There you go.
Airline, hotel,
That's
ride
right.
share,
That's
somebody. So I can save money and travel everywhere. So yeah, would always like to take the Critics' Choice program nationally. But again, like I said, you can listen on the air wherever you may live. So we're technically always national, but wouldn't mind having a national sponsor behind me.
Right.
So if not, still do the old punk rock method, which I've been doing since my band days in New York. Do it yourself. You got to do it yourself. No one else is going to help promote you. So just keep doing it, keep doing the Trippin' with the Critics shows, work 6 days a week, and Critics' Choice every Sunday morning, and just keep supporting local businesses and local artists, local charities. As long as it's fun, it's still fun for me. Every day is fun, so I cannot complain.
That is so great to hear.
So I hope to be doing it again next year, and in, let's make it 2050? I don't know if I can make 2050, that's more than 20. Let's go, keep going through 2030. Let's do another decade. So we'll make it an even, what would that, or 2032, would that be 50 years on the air? 50 years, I can't even name, no, what's the one we're up to, 1992, so 40 years, that'd be 40 years. 40 years would be a good gig, that'd be a good career, so yeah, let's go for a shoot for 2032.
It's gonna happen.
And I'm dying, you know what I'm also dying to see how this town will be, even in the next 5 years, because I can remember driving in 1992, and it did not look like this now, with all the development and the people coming in from all over the country. So it's been a pleasure to watch this city grow, and I am interested in seeing what will happen in the next 5 years.
That's so great to hear.
Yeah.
Well, Jim the Critic Voight, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, wait, can I give you my gifts now? Is it parting gift time? All right, we'll go with the 1055 The Bridge stickers.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
very
thank
simple,
you,
beautiful
thank
classic.
you,
The
thank
1055 The Bridge koozies.
Ooh.
Yes, come on.
Yes, indeed.
All right, and then I got, here's one of my records, my garage rock classic, The Dugans, Never Was, ripping off Nirvana's Nevermind album, and The Dugans was never a band, it was actually my nickname in New York, but this is some of the stuff going back to the 80s and 90s when I was playing in rock and roll bands. 12 songs in 29 minutes, that's how you do it. What did they vote?
Thank you.
And of course, the 1055 The Bridge t-shirt.
Thank
you. Am I getting the logo in? Oh, maybe the other way. The shameless self-promotion. All right, I got you the River Dogs tickets today. We'll set the record at the Joe.
Right.
River Dogs with 98 Rock. Gonna be a fun time. Have a safe and happy Labor Day. And it has been a pleasure. Now we can do the wrap-up. Now we're doing the wrap-up. I did my gift presentation. Now it's wrap-up.
Oh, no worries. Well, Jim the Critic Voight, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate this.
It was a pleasure. I thank
Likewise.
you. Love seeing your interviews again. Appreciate the work ethic and doing a tremendous job. And we'll see you at the River Dogs today.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Come
you.
on. You're
Okay.
welcome.
I
Anytime.
appreciate it.